Section 13, Subsection 2, Rules of the Senate on Accountability of Public Officers and Investigators. Yan ang tunay na pangalan ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Accountability of Public Officers and Investigations. With 17 members, all matters relating to, including investigation of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance, public interest, or is now in order. On a matter of public interest and on the matter of our own initiative, we're calling this motu proprio in accordance with the rules, because not only has this representation realized this, but it has been going on for a long time, and the Right Honorable Senator Poe, whom I respect dearly, works very hard as well, has brought it to the attention of the Senate. They're also investigating the Department of Transportation in connection with the matter of lapit mo dito, huwag kang tamad. Will the Secretary please make sure that everything is in order? Joy?
Yes, boss.
Are we on?
Yes, boss.
All right,
Can
I will
recognize
repeat.
the resource person?
Pursuant to Rule Section 13, Subsection 2, Rules of the Senate, accountability of public officers and investigations, otherwise known as the Blue Ribbon, all matters relating to, including investigation of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance, shall be covered by its investigative capabilities with power to declare people in contempt and even have people arrested on a matter of public interest. This meeting is being done on its own initiative, what we call motu proprio. It's the only committee in the Senate that is allowed this power of motu proprio. I'm not happy with that, but because of the urgency of the matter, because it has been going on for a long time and nothing seems to be happening, we have decided to call a hearing based on a privileged speech that I have made the other day on the matter of continuous killings in this country that have remained unabated, and that makes our country look very, very weak in the face of crime and law and order, and makes our people cower in fear pagka sila ay nakakakita ng binabaril, broad daylight, in front of their mothers, in front of their wives, including their wives are killed, when judges ay pinapatay ng mga sawasakay sa motorsiklo na may dalang baril, o mga piskal, o mga pare, katulad ng isang araw. Kaya tayo ay napipilitan tumawag ng hearing. At ito ay ginagawa natin sapagkat yung mga kinaukulan na dapat tumulong sa kapayapaan, katulad ng LTO at katulad ng kapulisan, ay dapat magsama. At ang interest namin dito ay hindi kayo pagalitan, ngunit kung hindi nyo gagawin ang inyong tungkulin, gagawa kami ng paraan para mapasunod ang inyong kailangan gawin. Hindi pwedeng manatili ang bayan na nasa bingit ng karimlan, na lahat tayo ay natatakot at halos sa anuman lugar, nobody is safe. And so today, I will now call on the Blue Ribbon Acting Director because my Director General, our Director General, Attorney Mr. Kimbo, is ailing. Ms. Herrera, as Director of the Blue Ribbon, will you please recognize our resource persons? First, I will recognize Senator Marcos, and if anybody else comes, please remind me. And I will also recognize the fact that I have asked permission from Senator Poe because she's doing almost a replica of the same investigation, albeit centered on the motor vehicle insurance system or center that has suddenly come out of the woodwork, and where a lot of people are already complaining, along with the matter of baby seats that are now being required. Ours is a matter of peace and order, and that is why this is more encompassing, and I am sure Secretary Marcos will be very helpful, as well as all the other senators who will come in later on. Will the Director of the Blue Ribbon Committee, Joy Herrera, you're now recognized to introduce our resource persons and administer the oath to them. And please write down the people who have whose oath has been taken, so that we will know, because that can result into false testimony. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The following resource persons are present. From the Department of Transportation, Secretary Art Tugade is represented by Attorney Rainier Paul Riebra, Attorney Andrea Nicole P. Rivera, Assistant Secretary Mark Steven Pastor.
Excuse me. May I request the people handling the webinar to make sure that the people that you're mentioning raise their hands so I can see their faces, so that I will not have a hard time later on. Is that
Yes,
possible?
Mr. Chairman. Yes, Mr. Chairman. We'll inform the Secretariat. From the Land Transportation Office, Assistant Secretary Edgar Galvante, Attorney Romeo Vera Cruz, Attorney Mercy Jane Paras
I
Laines.
still do not see them.
From the,
I still do not see them.
Comsec, baka mas maigi, ibaba mo muna yung agenda para mag-gallery view.
yes, ma'am. Can I continue, sir?
Continue for so long as I can see who are there. I can only see names. So I suggest that everybody put on their screen. And I want to make sure that I can see all of them the whole time, so that when they raise their hands for a question, I can call them properly. And when they're making a presentation, malalaman natin kung sino nagsasabi. Pakiusap ko lang po sa inyong lahat, buksan nyo yung inyong video camera. There are a number of you who are not opening your video camera. Please open them. Please do not delay the proceedings. Follow the instructions of the chair.
We will call them, sir, through phone to turn on their camera po, sir.
Why? They can see us. Have somebody call them in the meantime. Go ahead.
Okay. From the Philippine National Police, General Debold Sinas, PNP Chief. From the Highway Patrol Group, General Alexander Tagum,
Thank you, Dr. General Sagun.
General Ronaldo Olay, Colonel Ronnie Carriaga, Colonel Marilu Martinez, Colonel Al Paglinawan,
It would be
Colonel Alan
appreciated if you
Nobleza.
tell them what is their position in the PNP.
Sir, I'm sorry, it's not yet indicated.
Right.
Colonel Reynaldo Tamundong, Colonel Chito Bersaluna, Colonel Anthony Placido, Colonel Joel Kasupanan, Colonel Kimberly Molitas, Colonel Rodolfo Tatoy, Captain Jessica Maria Mamuri, Colonel George Almaden. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Commissioner Cesar Dulay is represented by Attorney Bernardino Somera, Attorney Brianna K. De Los Santos, Attorney Raymond Ipio, and Attorney Roy Tansinco. For the victim, sir, for the victims, there are two representatives, Mr. Rique Esteban and Mr. William Dacanay. That's all, sir.
By by virtual TV. All right. Having said that, let me start the meeting right away. And make a very, very stark presentation of what is happening in our country. Over the last several years, more than 30,000 people have been victimized by riding in tandem in this country. People killed, people's bags have been snatched, our roads are unsafe, our homes are unsafe. There have been occasions which I can show you na nasa bahay yung tao, pinasok ng mga nakamotorsiklo at pinagbabaril. Merong mga pulis na nag-uusap sa kalye. Di na balik kung sila ay pinagsususpetsyahan na drug pusher. Pero hindi dapat pinapatay, hindi kayo pwedeng judge, jury, and executioner. Nakasakay sa motorsiklo at hindi nahuhuli. I would advise General Sinas to take a look at these videos because I'm sure you have them also. And I know you do not want it to happen to anybody, especially those who work hard in the police force. Riding in tandem statistics show from 2010, 2,384. 2011, 2,843. 2012, 3,041. 2013, 4,205. 2015, 3,991. 2016, 4,336. 2017, 3,748. 2019, 3,842. From January to May 20, there have been 824 riding in tandem incidents. From January to February 4, already 25 people have been killed by riding in tandem. And these are just from what we gathered from our staff. These are the policemen, most of the time, the PNP have higher statistics than our staff because we just gather them, nakukuha namin sa radyo at saka sa TV at sa mga pahayagan. In fact, kung titignan nyo ang editorial kahapon ng Inquirer, sinasabi doon na talagang pati ako tinitira at sinasabing regarding rewarding abuse of force. Ayan yung kanina sa Star. Kung dapat basahin ni General Sinas yan, at yung sinasabi naman doon sa Inquirer kahapon na yung mga binabaril, bakit ngayon lang belated ang sinasabi na pag-iimbestiga. Hindi nila na-realize, in fairness to the Inquirer, baka hindi nyo nababasa yung sarili nyo sinusulat, that this representation and many senators have been standing up. I certainly have stood up a number of times, not just 5 times, maybe 10 times, to condemn riding in tandem in our country. Kaya nga, ang sinasabi nga nila, belated outrage. And I will just make a statement to that. Yung outrage na sinasabi nila, yung outrage ngayon na ginawa ko ng isang araw, pero sinisisira ako na wala raw akong nakitang extrajudicial killing. The Inquirer is wrong. I only said I could not find evidence against certain people. I am a lawyer. I took an oath. I will only go after people wherein there is absolute clear and incontrovertible evidence before I condemn anybody. It is easy. It is just like Facebook that you can accuse anybody. We are not like that in the Senate. We make sure that we have the facts. So please, if I may, with all due respect, look at your results. And if you don't like what I did, I think you're talking about Paulo Duterte, that I did not find anything wrong with his in his testimony. Senator Trillanes presented him. He did not show any evidence to that effect except open your T-shirt and show me your meron ka bang tatak. That is not enough. We are lawyers here. We do our job properly. And if you do not like what I said, then I am just protecting even you, because if I start accusing everybody, or the police start accusing everybody as they're being accused right now na red tagging, ganyan rin ang nangyayari sa atin. I am against red tagging, and I'm sure many of the police force do not mean that to happen. And dapat bigyan natin ng leeway ang isa't isa. Ang focus natin dapat makinig sa isa't isa, because meron tayong napakalaking problema na hinaharap ngayon, hindi lang COVID, ngunit ang ating peace and order conditions. Now today, can you imagine we ended the year, last year, with a policeman, General Sinas, who was accused of homicide twice, who refused to have himself examined by a drug test. He was around and he went to the house of his neighbor, and after about 30 minutes of altercation in front of his own daughter, who claimed my father is a policeman, and in front of the relatives, shot the two people point blank, and their Miss Gregorio and Frank Gregorio, if I'm not mistaken. They were shot in the head twice each, as if this was de rigueur for all our policemen. That must stop right away. Now, upon the other hand, when we start looking at what is happening, and there you can see the situation that happened. There is the daughter. Yan ang kanyang anak. Nasa tabi. Ayoko na sanang ilabas ito. Pero napakahalaga. Ayan si Sinas. Talagang bully. Nilabas yung baril. Binaril ang isang babae, matanda sa kanya. Isang nanay. Sa mismong bahay niya. At pati yung anak na nagtatrabaho bilang pahinante. Hindi naman kriminal. Binaril ni Nuesca. At dapat yan. Papasalamat naman rin ako kay General Sinas. Hindi lang kami nagkasabay. Pinuntahan niya kaagad yung mga tao na nabaril at para may paliwanag ang gagawin nila laban dito kay Nuesca. Pero I'm sorry, General Sinas, tapos na yon. Dapat hindi nangyari yan. Kung yan ay nahagip natin sa academy pa lamang. I'm sure you will agree with me on that one. And besides, that happened before your watch. Kung siya ay may record, dapat palagi sinecheck natin yung mga record ng kapulisan na kung meron na silang ginagawang kasamaan, ay dapat hihilahin na sila sa tabi. Kumbaga komunista, dadaan sa tinatawag na reintegration o yung tinatawag nilang rehabilitation. So, para may tiwala ang tao. I am for trusting the police, but the police have got to earn our trust. Having said that, papakita po natin ang nangyayari at ang resulta. Umpisahan na po natin kay Nuesca, nakita nyo na. Susundan po natin ang iba ngayon. Ayan na. Ang halimbawa, ito 2015. Ang pamilya ni Mark Twain Bangi. At ito ay United Nations Day sa Isabela. Lumalabas yung kanyang sasakyan. At habang lumalabas yung kanyang sasakyan, ay pinagbabaril ng mga taong nakasakay sa motorsiklo. At ang nangyari, dinurog halos yung kotse at nakatakas yung mga tao at hindi nahuli. Ang daming testigo, walang nangyari. Ewan ko, nakikita ba nila? Yan, nakikita ninyo. At yan, binabaril yung kotse, andyan ang anak na batang-bata, andyan ang asawa, andyan yung binabaril na driver, inupakan ng inupakan, at pagkatapos tumakbo, hindi lang nakita, nakatakas, dahan-dahanin mo lang, ibalik mo lang, nakitang gumapang yung tao sa labas ng kotse, pumasok doon sa looban, at anong ginawa? Sinundan pa nung bumaril. Impunity. Sobrang lakas sa loob. At habang nandun sa loob, hinabol ng putok, putok ng putok, putok ng putok, halos 1 minuto. Maraming testigo ako nakikita dyan. 6 ang bilang namin dyan. At pagkatapos ng 1 minuto, umigit kumulang, lumabas uli yung bumabaril. Makikita nyo, may tricycle sa harap na kaparada. At pagkatapos tumakbo, may tricycle na nakaparada sa gitna ng kalye. Ayan. At sumakay. At pagsakay, nakasibat. Pero tingnan nyo, may nakasunod kaagad na motorsikla na truck at makikita ninyo na dapat nakapag-report yan. Nakapag-report dapat siya kung susundin yung batas natin na meron tayong operational center na ginagawa. Bawal i-report kaagad kung malinaw na yung plate number na ginagawa. At ang nangyayari ay talagang wala. So, inisip natin itong paraan na ito. Isunod naman natin ngayon ang iba pang kaso. At makikita natin naman ano ang kaso susunod dyan ay ang kaso involving na ang binabaril ay walang iba kundi si Jimmy Tabura sa Inayawan, Cebu. Ang 50-year-old na si Tabura was shot in the face past 1 p.m. on Saturday while he was in Upper Iyawahan in Barangay Inayawan. He died while being treated at the hospital. Police said that Tabura's gunman fled the crime scene on board a motorcycle. Kung hindi na huli, bababa ang tiwala ng tao sa kapulisan. Naipapakita nyo ba yung ating mga video? Hindi ko nakikita dito. Please pakita nyo. May I ask the secretary kung nakikita? Ayan, kasama yung anak. Si Jimmy Tabura, patay na. At binaril. Ito naman, January 4. Yung nangyari kay Tabura, January 2, 2021. January 4, 2021. Barangay Tanod, Joseph Labonera. Magkano ba sweldo ng isang barangay Tanod? Napakaliit yan. Ayan, dumadaan siya, nakaupo, nakaberde. Tumayo doon sa, tatayo yan doon sa may poste nung kanyang tarp. Ayan, dumaan na yung dalawa. May kasabay pang bisikleta. Pagdaan, ayan, pinutukan na. Hindi lang isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat. Hindi ako nagkakamali. Inabot ng siguro mga 4 hanggang 6. At namatay kaagad yung biktima na ang pangalan ay walang iba kundi si Joseph Labonera. Pero tingnan niyo ang kilos, talagang mamamatay tao ito. Ayan, binigay yung kamay, yung baril sa kanang kamay, at makikita niyo yung isang barangay na tumatakbo sa kanan. Ayan, babarilin pa niya. Nagkandara pa yan. Ayan. Ayan. At pagkatapos, nakatakbo siya, umalis na ito. Maraming testigo, pero wala tayong nakitang resulta ng kapulisan. On January 6, 2021, si Noel Peraren, sunod-sunod dito, sa Bacolod, Negros Occidental. A tricycle driver, hamak na tricycle driver, was shot to death by 2 unidentified assailants on a motorcycle on Circumferential Road, Barangay Pahanokoy, Bacolod City. The victim ay nagmamaneho ng kanyang motorsiklo around 7:30 a.m. madaling araw, umaga pa, when he was followed by the assailants at Circumferential Road. When they reached NNJ store, the suspects fired at him and fled. Iyan ang mga tao, nanunood na lang, patay yung tao, walang testigo, walang nahuli. Nakakaawa ang bayan natin. January 7, 2021, Biliran, Leyte. Ang biktima, Romeo Rome Bedida. Patay ang isang kagawad ng barangay. Kagawad naman ito ngayon. Matapos barilin ng riding in tandem sa bayan ng Naval sa Biliran. Ayon sa ilang mga saksi, nakarinig sila ng magkasunod na putok ng baril at huli na nang nalaman na naging target pala ang dating kagawad. Ayan. January 8, Cebu City, retired Lieutenant Colonel Renato Malasarte. Patay rin. Malasarte was killed pagkatapos yung mga unidentified na suspects on board the motorcycle shot him as he was traversing Cabantan Street in Barangay Luz. Police, military ang sinasabi na may tags. January 11, 2021, Maguindanao, Apinton Ibrahim, gunman aboard a motorbike trailed and fired at Apinton Ibrahim, an engineering assistant ng DPWH 12, while the latter was driving vehicle along Barangay Pangulaman around 11 a.m. Umaga na naman, tanghali. Monday, witnesses said the gunman sped off toward an unknown direction following the shooting. Government employee yan. January 12, sunod-sunod, Malabon, LCR, Barangay Chairman Anthony Velasquez. Sa kanyang sariling bahay, pinasok siya at pinatay siya ng 4 na gunmen who escaped using motorcycle. Ayun yung mga motorsiklo nasa labas. Ito naman, January 15, Caloocan Police Officer Reynaldo Nuque Jr. and Felizardo Pablico. Patay ang 2 lalaking kalalaya lamang sa kulungan matapos pagbabarilin sa loob ng isang pampasayarong jeepney sa southbound lane sa Quezon Boulevard sa Quiapo, Manila. January 15, Balay-Balay, Attorney Wilston Intong, abogado, patay, pinaril ang 2 motorcycle riding gunmen while buying vegetables in a mini market near his home. Meron na suspect yan, mabuti naman. January 15, Laguna, Sergeant Christian Ramos, pulis na ito, a policeman was shot dead who was assigned at the Regional Holding and Accounting Unit at Camp Vicente Lim, was on his motorcycle when he was shot by an unidentified man on another motorbike before 10 a.m. And then January 17, Cabanatuan, Nueva Ecija, Julie Ramos, 64-year-old woman, babae, matanda na, was killed while a 14-year-old boy was wounded in an evening gun attack by 2 still unidentified men. Here on Saturday, January 16, police said Ramos was tending to her store, nagtitinda siya, when the motorcycle riding gunman pretended as customers and shot her several times around 7 p.m. Patay. Cagayan de Oro, January 21, Corporal John Campana, patay ang isang pulis na naman sa lungsod na ito matapos pagbabarili ng di pa kilalang gunmen noong Miyerkules ng gabi. Yan. Sa investigasyon ng pulisya may nakakita umano ng 2 salarin na nakasakay ng motorsiklo. January 21, Antique, Verne Mondreal, nagtamo ng bala sa ulo at katawan si Mondreal, 22 anyos, administrative staff ng Shalom Municipal District Risk Reduction and Management Office. At base sa investigasyon ng pulisya, pinagbabaril ang 2 lalaki na nakasakay uli sa motorsiklo. January 21, Calbayog, Samar, Henry Rumar, 67-year-old man, tanda na rin, pinatay by still unknown assailants at Calbayog City and was inside his white Toyota Fortuner parked at the market when 2 men aboard a motorcycle arrived. The back rider then alighted from the motorcycle and shot the victim several times. Apakarami. January 25, Cebu City, Police Corporal Rodel Dimaangay, ginastusan lahat sa mga pulis na yan na mag-aral, binigyan ng baril, binigyan ng uniforme. Police officer was killed when he was shot by men on board the motorcycle in Barangay Labangon, Cebu City. It took place a few steps from the Labangon Police Station and a stone throw away from the ancestral house of the victim. January 27, ito medyo nabuhay, Davao Oriental, Yulito Badang, sugatan ang isang 56 anyos na punong barangay matapos siya pagbabalilin ng isang riding in tandem doon sa kanyang barangay. At yan, ilan sa mga kunyan, meron pa, 3 pa, sa buwan lang ng January hanggang February. Taguig City, Richard Paul Jordan, dead, patay sa pamamaril ng isang dating konsyahal ng Taguig City matapos paulanan ng bala ng 3 riding in tandem. Nangyari ang insidente sa labas mismo ng bahay ng biktima. January 31, Laguna, a barangay captain in Bayi Town in Laguna was shot and killed by 4 suspects riding in tandem. So makikita nyo, dito lang sa January 2001 hanggang February ngayon, sa Davao del Sur, itong si Johnny Villaran, patay ang isang 42 anyos na tindero ng mani matapos siya pagbabarilin ng 2 tao na di kilalang suspect sa Purok Lapu-Lapu at sila ay tumakas pamamagitan ng riding in tandem. Now, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, and colleagues, yan ho ay buwan lamang ng tinatawag nating January 1 to February 4. Pero nagsimula ako doon sa 2015 na walang patawad kahit na bata kasama pinagbababaril. At ang nakikita ko, mula nung nga sinabi ko, lampas-lampas ng libo-libo taon-taon ang tinatamaan and it seems nothing is happening. Kung ganyan na lang nangyayari, ibig sabihin, ito na, gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo na kaya tayo nagpe-plate number para maproteksyonan ang mga taong bayan, ang mga mamamayan natin. May plate number para hindi mananakaw yung sasakyan nila. May plate number para kung makasagasa, malalaman ka agad. May plate number para pagka ginamit sa patayan, malalaman natin sila. May plate number para pag wala yung plate number, pwedeng i-report ka agad yung taong walang plate number. At may plate number para kung makasagasa, may insurance dahil rehistrado. May plate number therefore to protect the public. Pero ngayon, you will agree with me na walang protection yung plate number. Kaya ang ginawa ng inyong kongreso ay gumawa ng batas na nilakyan ng konti yung inyong plate number. Under Republic Act 11235, makikita nyo yung litrato ng motorsiklo na makikita nyo ang comparison ng dati at ng maliit at malaki na plate number. At pagkatapos, ay papakita natin na makakatulong malaki yan. Ayan, yung maliit sa itaas, yung malaki sa ibaba. Hindi kasanlaki ng kopomban yan. Nilakyan lang ng konti para may laban ang tao at ang laban ng tao ay yung color na nasa ibabaw, maangal pa nga ako dyan, hindi masyadong prominente, at yung code, alphanumeric code na sinasabi ko saan region ang galing yan, at ang proteksyon ng tao dapat gawa na nung araw pa yung tinatawag nating Operation Center. At yan ay walang nangyayari pa hanggang sa ngayon. Now, ilang meeting na ako kay General Galvante, Asset Galvante. Nag-meeting kami ng 2019. Sunod na meeting 2019, first draft ng IRR. November 2021, budget. Nagalit na ako. Sabi ko, hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng budget. Aarahin ko hanggang hindi kayo nangako. Nangako ng February. Ito na ang February, wala pa. At ang nangyayari ngayon ay habi matatapos raw by May. Napakahirap paniwalaan pagka ganyan. Nahihirapan ang pulis, pati pulis pinapatay, pati mamamayan ay pinapatay. So wala nang silbi yung tinatawag natin mga motorsiklo natin. So let me just finish para you can all question later on if I may. And I will just say na dahil dyan, kung hindi natin papairalin, talagang delikado ang mga kababayan natin. Now, upon our investigation, lumalabas sa investigasyon natin, for the last so many years, wala ring plate number na bago ang mga four-wheel na kotse. Dahil nagkagulo sa LTO simula noong 2013 hanggang ngayon. 2 taon hindi nakapag-issue ng bagong plaka at ang nangyayari, hindi makapag-rehistro ang mga tao ng tinatawag nilang sasakyan. At pati na rin sa motorsiklo, ayon sa batas na ito, na ginawa natin, RA 11235, after 5 days, dapat mag-rehistro na ang plaka at may registration na yung mga tao. Sa totoo lang, walang binibigay ang LTO. Meron silang tinatawag na patakaran na sinasabi na ang magpaparehistro ni mismo ay yung tinatawag nila na MIRDO. Manufacturers, assemblers, importers, rebuilders, dealers, and other entities. Hindi pinapasunod yan. At ang nangyayari, walang plate number at pinapabayaan nilang kumita yung ilang mga tao ito na binabayaran sila ng plaka at saka rehistro pero walang binibigay na plaka at rehistro. Pinapaabot ko yan sa kapulisan. Dapat hulihin lahat yan. Bakit? Pag nakasagasa yan, walang third party liability yan. Walang plate number yan. pinakamababa na yan, kung makasagasa. Kung gamitin sa patayan yan, hindi kayo nakakasiguro sapagkat ginagawa nila yan para paboran yung mga dealer na talagang sip-sipin ang pera ng mga mahihirap na gusto magkaroon ng motorsiklo na hindi nila binibigay yung plaka at saka rehistro para mapagkakitaan nila at pag binawi nila, madaling bawiin dahil walang rehistro. Kunyari may invoice na illegal, walang invoice nakalagay sa batas, walang nakalagay na official, ito, pinapakita ko sa inyo, yan ang papel na ginagamit nila. Bawal yan. Sapagkat ito ay hindi yan ang rehistro, invoice lang yan. Anybody can do that. Pero yung certificate of registration at saka yung plate number, LTO lang ang dapat magbigay. Yun ang OR at saka CR at saka plate number. Hindi ginagamit yan. Sa madaling sabi, nakakakawala yung mga tao, walang kamalay-malay yung publiko na bumibili ng motorsiklo. Ang nangyayari, nagbayad na siya, pero wala siyang plaka. At ang ginagawa lang yan, para mahuthut ang kanyang pinaghirapan na pera ng mga swapang ng mga tao dito sa ating bayan na nagtatrabaho sa maaari sa LTO o mga dealer, at ang nangyayari, kinukuha yung pera nila pero walang proteksyon ang taong bayan. Mas malaki ito ngayon lumalabas. Lumalabas na ang tunay na nangyayari dyan sa LTO. At dahil dyan ngayon, nabibilk ang public, namamark ang public, kawawa yung mga motorsiklo at panahon ng tanggalin ang maskara ng mga tao dyan sa LTO na nagpapanggap na public servants. Yung ilan, dapat malaman na ng tao na hindi sila pwedeng pagkatiwalaan at dapat hulihin na sila at ikulong pa sapagkat lahat ng ginagawa nila ay bawal, pawang-bawal sa batas. Now, ang sinasabi ko po ngayon, kung walang plate number, walang proteksyon ng tao. Kung walang plate number, kawawa yung bumili ng motorsiklo. Kung walang plate number, kawawa ang mga nananakawan, kawawa ang pinapatay. Kaya nilagay natin yung plate number para sa ganoon may laban ang tao. Kaya nga, binlock propaganda pa nila itong batas na ito na sinasabi yung plate number ay kasinlaki raw ng television, kasinlaki raw ng Cobamban. Samantalang nakita nyo, ganito lang kalaki yung plate number, hindi malaki, at maliit na lang yung tinatawag na sticker doon sa harap. Decal na lang. Ayan ang comparison. Ayan, makikita nyo yung malaki sa kabila, maliit. Wala namang masasaktan dyan. Pero ang nangyayari ay, ang nire-report sa amin ay wala pa raw dumarating. Nagpadala sila bigla. Ngayon, ang kakulangan nila ay 13 million na motorsiklo na dapat magkaroon ng plaka. Pero wala pa. Bakit? May butal. Nag-away nung araw, nung 2013 hanggang 2018, ang dalawang bidder. Yung isa, ang pangalan ay PPT, at pagkatapos PPI JKG. Pinalitan ng Trojan. Ang nagawa ng PPI ay 4,000 plaka. Kapos. Pagdating ng bagong administrasyon, pinalitan sila at naglagay ng bagong plaka. Lahat ng plaka, mga kababayan, ay binayaran po already ng mga tao pero wala silang natanggap na plaka. 4 million ang binayad pero walang natanggap na plaka, walang papel, puro invoice. Sa madaling sabi, ang laking kalokohan ginagawa sa taong bayan para kumita lang ang ilan, lulukuhin yung pinakamahirap na dahil sa motorsiklo na democratize ang public transport system natin. Kahit na mahirap ka, pwede kang magkaroon ng sasakyan. Ang masama pa, lalong masama, ginagamit pa ngayon ang motorsiklo na ginagawang pampatay. Meron namang ginawang mabuti ang LTO, di umano. Ang sabi nila, meron na raw RFID yung bawat motorsiklo. Pero sila lang ang nakakaalam noon. Kaya dapat pag nakuha yung RFID, katulad nung pinatay, si Mr. Sitim, doon sa Subic, at makikita niyo yung video sa lalong madaling sandali, pinatay siya, binaril siya ng 2 beses, tumakbo doon sa motorsiklo, habang tumatakbo, binaril pa yung bodyguard niya, nasaktan rin. Ayan, makikita nyo, lalabas dyan, ayan, nakagulagtan na, ayan yung pumatay, dinaanan pa siya, dadaanan siya, babaril pa yan, bang, bang, tapos tatakbo doon sa dilim, hahabulin ng bodyguard, at pag hinabol ng bodyguard, binabaril niya, pati siya tinamaan, napakagaling bumaril. At pagkatapos, tumakbo na doon sa motorsiklo, nakuha yung motorsiklo later on sa loob ng Subic na walang plate number. Eh kung may RFID, bakit hindi alam ng kapulisan yan na dapat mahuli? Ayon sa batas na ginawa ng Senado, pagka wala yung plate number nyo, General Sinas, they have to report it within 5 days. Pag ninakaw yung motorsiklo, they have to report within 5 days. Pagka ginamit yan, they will become an accessory sa patayan. Kaya dapat alam ng lahat ng tao yan. Para sa kanon, babantayan nila. At dapat alam ng tao na pag may nakita silang motorsiklo, hanggang ngayon, wala pa ako nakikita na tinatawag na command and control system na pag may nakita sa Pateros, may nakita sa Blumentritt, nagagala-gala na plate number, na motorsiklo na walang plate number, pwede pong isumbong doon sa Command and Control Center, pwedeng ikabit kaagad sa Police Department kala General Sinas, at pagka ginawa yan, ay makikita kaagad at maaabangan kaagad yung mga taong yan. Walang hotline hanggang ngayon. Eh kung ang Red Cross may hotline sa COVID, may hotline tayo sa ambulansya, eh bakit hindi maitawag ng hotline yan? Buong Pilipinas yung hotline ng Red Cross. Hindi ganun kalaki. May pera silang nilaan dyan. Pero hanggang ngayon, mukhang hindi pa umaandar yan. Kaya enough is enough. We can no longer tolerate a situation where nothing is happening except people are being killed without the protection of the law. And if they cannot do that, then I demand the resignation of all the people at LTO na may kinalaman dyan. Kapag if they cannot carry on, matatapos ang term nila, 13 million pa ang gagawin nila. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa nagagawa. Hindi biro yung ginagawa ninyo. People are dying. People are losing their motorcycles to thieves. People are losing their bags, their cell phones, nang-hold up, at wala kayong ginagawa. In other words, ang daming dugo sa kamay ng ilang mga tao sa LTO at mga dealer habang hindi nyo ginagawa yan. The people of this country will not take it. We are the senators of this country. Kami ang nagre-represent sa mga tao. Ilang taong ko nang ginagawa ito. Truth to tell, General Sinas, nung pinatay si Judge Rosales sa Batangas sa Tanawan, nag-complain sa akin yung asawa niya, that was in 2004, kaupo ko lang bilang senador, ako ay nag-privilege speech, at pasalamat ako kay General Aglipay, gumalaw kaagad at nahuli ang mastermind ay yung drug lord doon sa Muntinlupa. Kung gusto, maraming paraan. Kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. Kaya kung lahat na mamumuno sa police chief ng PNP ay gagawin yung kanilang tungkulin at talagang sasabihin sa mga kapulisan, pahigpitan nyo, babawas ang mamamatay. Kung gagawin ng LTO yung kanilang tungkulin at sasabihin ko anong problema para ma-solve, magiging panatag ang kalooban ng tao, hindi mapagbibintangan ang mga leader natin na sila ay dapat dalhin sa International Criminal Court because ang dami-daming namamatay. Kung gagawin natin ang tungkulin at papairalin lang ang batas, ang ibig sabihin, ginawa na ng pulisya ng inyong Senado na magkaroon ng color code, magkaroon ng plate number na madaling mahanap at dapat isusuot lahat ang motorsiklo yan at dapat ikakalat sa pulis na meron silang tinatawag na hotline system or command and control, eh dapat talaga malalaman yan. Eh ang ginagawa ay baliktad eh. Nakalagay sa Section 6, LTO shall maintain a registry of motorcycles in a database to facilitate information retrieval. Wala. Ipinamahagi nila doon sa tinatawag nilang motor vehicle manufacturers, dealers, may dos, pinaubayan nila doon, kung di mag-report yun, patay na. Hindi nag-report yung manufacturer, hindi nag-report yung assemblyman, yung merdo, yung importers, rebuilders, dealers, and other entities, hindi na natin malalaman kung ano nangyayari. Hindi pwedeng payagan ng Commissioner of Law, ng Land Transportation, yan nangyayari yan, sapagkat the dealers must furnish him with information and reports. Hindi rin pwedeng magbigay yung dealer ng invoice o temporary papers to show na ito ay nakarehistro. Hindi rin pwedeng patakbuhin ang motorsiklo nang walang insurance. Kaya yan ay pag nangyayari, you are putting the public in peril. Peril of death, peril of injuries, peril of losing their property. You violate the Constitution. You are not only incompetent and negligent, you have blood in your hands. Kaya kailangan po, sundin nyo yung patakaran sa Constitution. Article 2, Section 5. Maintenance of peace and order, the protection of life, liberty, and property, and the promotion of general welfare are essential for the enjoyment by all the people of the blessings of democracy. At sa Bill of Rights, Article 3, Section 2, the right of the people to be secure in their houses. In their houses. In their persons. Houses, papers, and effect. Nakalimutan ng staff ko ilagay yung persons. Ay talagang dapat dinindigan. Yan po ang gusto ko sabihin ngayong araw na ito, and we must have closure here. There is no closure in the deaths. Many have died. There is no closure kung sino paparusahan. We can no longer tolerate that. And we will make sure that we move heaven and earth to make sure that the people concerned do their job. Thank you very much. And I will now recognize Senator Marcos to make her comments. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and we could not agree more with the frustration and disappointment of my good chairman in the continued laggardly implementation of RA 11235. May we, following the last hearing in the Committee of Justice and Peace and Order, finally find out how much budget was actually allotted under GAA 2021 for the production of the new plates. At ilan ba talaga yung backlog ninyo? Kasi iba yung sagot ninyo, nasa 1,000, biglang humirit at hindi naman daw ganong kalait, tinawaran at naging 1 million. Ano ba talaga? Pwede bang malaman natin at ipaliwanag ng maigi? Kasi hindi kami panatag sa inyong sagot na pabago-bago. Ikalawa, magtatanong lang ako kay Comsec. Comsec, meron ba tayong Committee on Audit Representative? Pagkat abala ako, hindi ko ma-download yung LTO Audit Report. Is it not up yet? I remember nung budget hearing, hinihingi po namin, sabi September 30 ang deadline, ang tagal na nun. Asa na ba yung LTO COA report?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. Hindi pa po namin na-invite yung COA, yung Commission on Audit Commissioner.
That being the case, Mr. Chair, may I urge that the LTO audit report be finally uploaded on the COA website, because I was told that there are in fact disallowances covering LTO's purchase of plates. So, iba na naman kababalaghan yan. Kailangan malaman natin. Isa pa, ano na po ang nangyari dun sa final ng anti-EPAL sa 2017 sa Ombudsman, na there was no bidding in the award for motorcycle plates. Ang tagal na po nun, and this really bears upon the misfeasance, nonfeasance, malfeasance of the committee. At isa pa, para sa effective crime deterrence, nandito naman ang ating kapulisan. Maliban sa police visibility, dinig na dinig ko sa dating chief, Kaskolan, na kinakailangan magkaroon ng mas maraming mga motorcycles ang PNP para magkaroon ng visibility. Have you actually effected more police motorcycle patrols? Are there motorcycle riding courses for our personnel? Do they have accompanying two-way radios to make them effective and truly helpful in the deterrence of crime?
Magwalang galang, Senator Amy, para mas maganda ang sagot nila, I direct the committee secretary to have everybody that she administer the oath para we get the truth here. At
Tama
para
po.
alam natin kung sino nagsisinungaling. The
Sige
Secretary,
po, marami, yun lang po, yung LTO para maliwanagan tayo at saka yung PNP and requesting through the chairman the COA report. Thank you po.
Yes, ma'am. We will do that. That's a very great point. Well taken. In the meantime, we will ask the secretary to administer the oath so that they will not perjure themselves. Go ahead, please.
To all resource person, kindly turn on your camera.
And kindly make sure that I'm going to record those who are here that do not turn on their camera, so that if they're there, I will declare them in contempt if they do not open their camera, because we have to know. It is hard enough to conduct hearings virtually. Is Ben Ramos there? The BIR Gledonio. Somebody please help me here. Gledonio something from the BIR.
Present, sir.
All right.
Kindly raise your right hand.
No. I do not want it collectively. Do it individually. Do it now individually.
Kindly raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Who are you asking?
Sir, Mark Steven Pastor first.
Okay. Let the record state that Mark Steven Pastor, Undersecretary of Road Transport, is now doing his oath is being administered to by the Secretary. Raise your hand, please.
Do you,
Yes,
Mr.
do you
Chair.
solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Well, let the record state that Secretary Pastor has already been administered. The oath has been administered to him. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Assistant Secretary Edgar Galvante, please. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
I do not see Secretary Galvante. Secretary Galvante, can you please raise your hand so I can see you? Okay, I can see you now. You're in the blue shirt. Okay, go ahead. The record state that Secretary Galvante has taken his oath.
Attorney Yebra, please. Is Attorney Yebra?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
He's the Undersecretary for Legal Affairs. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Present.
Okay. Administer the oath.
Kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Let the record say that Attorney Yebra, Undersecretary of Legal Affairs, has taken his oath. Thank you. Go ahead.
Attorney Andrea Rivera. Attorney Andrea Rivera.
Who is Attorney
Kindly
Andrea
raise your right
Rivera?
hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Let the record state that Attorney Andrea Rivera has been taken her oath.
Attorney Vera Cruz, please.
Executive Director of
Attorney Vera Cruz.
Sir Romeo Vera Cruz, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Where are you? You're in the office. Okay, raise your hand. I can see you. You're in the white barong.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Can you zoom your camera so I can see who you are? Ang layo ninyo eh. Palay ko kung si Rico Puno yan sumusumpa dyan. Patay na yan. Can you zoom your camera, please?
Do you swear to, kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Let the record state that USEC Attorney Romeo Vera Cruz, Executive Director of LTO, has taken his oath.
Attorney Mercy Jane Paras Laines from DOTR.
Mercy,
From,
are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair.
All right, go ahead.
do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Thank you. Let the record say that Attorney Mercy Jane Paras Laines has taken her oath.
Next is PNP Chief General Sinas. General Sinas.
General Sinas? Is General Sinas there?
This is Lieutenant General Guillermo Eliazar, sir. Right now, I'm representing General Sinas, who is in Region 8 right now, sir.
Could you raise your volume, please? We cannot hear you. Who is it?
Police Lieutenant General Guillermo Eliazar, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, General Elizara. Yes. Where are you? Can you raise your hand so I can see you? Yes, okay. All right, in place of General Sinas, go ahead.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Let the record state that General Elizara has already taken her oath.
General Alexander Tagum. General Alexander Tagum.
General Tagum? Yeah. Can you raise your hand so we can see you? Open your...
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
General Alex, are you the Highway Patrol Group?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Let the record state that General Alex Tagum has already taken his oath. Thank you very much.
From the BIR, Attorney Somera. Kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Let the record state that Attorney Bernardino Paul Sumera, Chief Regional Investigative Division, Region 13, Cebu, has taken his oath.
Attorney Brianna K. De Los Santos. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Attorney Raymond Ipio.
Let the
Attorney
record
Raymond
state that Attorney Brianna De Los Santos has taken her oath.
Attorney Ipio, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Attorney, if you please, go ahead.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do.
Let the record say that Attorney Raymond Ipio has already taken her oath. His oath.
Attorney Tancinco. Attorney Tancinco. Do you swear to tell the truth? Kindly raise your right hand.
Where's Attorney Tancinco?
Kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
All right.
I do.
All right. Thank you all very much. We had to do it in... Sorry?
For the victim, sir, there are 2 resource persons.
And you may add another one. I will just say it right now. Captain Joel Santos of Del Carmen, Florida Blanca, Pampanga is present. Captain Joel Santos, can you please sound off?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning po. Tatanungin po namin kayo. Pwede po ba kayong taas ang kanang kamay nyo?
Yes, sir.
Let the Secretary...
Do you swear to... Okay, sir. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. And the
William
other-
Dacanay, please. Mr. William Dacanay.
Yung tinatawagan ko kay Typer.
Si Bang.
William Dacanay. Rique Esteban. Mr. Rique Esteban.
Have them call. They might have been cut off. But
Mr. Rique Esteban, kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Sir, he nodded. He nodded yes, sir.
well, nodding is not an affirmative answer.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let the record state that Mr. Esteban has taken his oath.
Mr. Dacanay. Mr. Dacanay.
Mr. Dacanay? Magsalita po kayo kung nandiyan po kayo. Wala ba? LTO? We will call them later when they appear. Please take note, okay? Besides, we can call them at the next hearing. I'm sure we'll have another hearing here. Maybe we should the request of Senator Marcos. All right. Having said that, may we hear the comments made by any reaction from any of the resource persons? Will LTO be replying?
Good morning, the Honorable Senator Richard Gordon, Chairman of the Committee of the Blue Ribbon.
May I know who this is, please?
I am Assistant Secretary Edgar C. Galbante, the Assistant Secretary of the Land Transportation Office, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go ahead. Please proceed.
And the members of the Committee on Blue Ribbon. On behalf of the dedicated men and women of the agency, I'm grateful for this opportunity to present before you the actions and initiatives that LTO has undertaken in the implementation of RA number 11235 or the Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act. But before that, Your Honors, may I offer my apology for not being able to attend the earlier hearing, as during that time I was a resource person in the hearing in the Committee of Transportation in the lower house. Anyway, with the permission of the Honorable Chairman, may I go over the sequence or chronology of events that LTO undertook when the RA was passed by both houses of Congress and signed by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. And even before the enactment of the law, in December of 2018, in anticipation of the passage of the law, the LTO created the technical working group dedicated to prepare what would be a requirement, like the implementing rules and regulation on the basis of the Senate hearing the undersigned has attended. In January 2019, the technical working group came up with the initial set of number plates design in compliance with the discussion on the bigger and colored number plates to be assigned to each region. And on March 2019, the Republic Act 11235 was finally signed into law. The law requires the motorcycles to have a pair of number plates to be attached at the front and the rear, which are color-coded and are bigger and more visible. It imposes fines and penalties for tampering with the number plates, use of stolen or forged number plates, and failure to report a motorcycle sale, use an impounded motorcycle, and other related offenses. And on March 18 and on 2 April 2019, meetings with different motorcycle manufacturers association to gather their inputs on our number plate design were conducted to get their feedback, their suggestion. And on March 25, different government agencies like the PNP, HPG, DOJ, DICT, and the Bureau of Customs were requested to submit the respective inputs, comments to the provision of RA 1135, which specifically identify them and their roles or responsibilities in the implementation of the law. And on April 12, 2019, consultative meetings were held at the LTO central office, and identified stakeholders were invited. For example, like the Motorcycle Dealers Association, the different dealers of different brands, the Motorcycle Manufacturers Association of the Philippines, some riding groups like the RG Community, RSAP, Luzon MFI, Racer, United Novo Riders, and government agencies like the PNP, DOJ, DICT to discuss the salient features of the law and gather their observation and comments in the aid of crafting the IRR. On 30 April 2019, again a consultative meeting was done with Stratcom, the IT provider of LTO, to discuss the technical aspects on the implementation of the law. On July 2019, following developments were derived as a result of the coordination and other government agencies mentioned in the law. The DICT suggested that their role be limited to the provision of technology support for the prolonged motorcycle registry under Section 8 of the law. The DILG responded that they shall ensure the enforcement that all LGU set aside and establish a secured impounding center that shall be under the control of the PNP. The PNP-HPG, on the other hand, stated that they are open to make available its personnel. However, they recommended that a local police be tapped to be the custodian of the impounding area. They also recommend the impounding fees to be charged to cover administrative and other allowable expenses. The PNP also provided the following inputs. LTO should issue a temporary plate number template. There should be classes of penalties with regard to offenses of driving without number plate or readable number plate. On 5 July 2019, the draft IRR was completed and presented to the good senator at his Red Cross office. Thereafter, a case of declaratory relief with prayer for temporary restraining order and writ of preliminary injunction, docketed as civil case number Q19-121182-CB, was filed by Justicia Lex Machina Association, represented by Galileo P. Angeles, Raul Cañedo, Rodelio Ortiz, and Nicolas Bundok, against the Executive Secretary Salvador Meldaldea, Secretary Arthur Tugade of the Department of Transportation, and the undersigned in their official capacities before the Regional Trial Court, Dance 84 of Quezon City. Among the issues raised by the petitioners in the said case relate to the constitutionality of RA 11235, the alleged oppressive confiscatory nature of the said law, and its validity as to the exercise of state's police power. In October 2019, another public consultation was held, this time in compliance with the court's order, purposely to include and allow the petitioners to participate in the crafting of the IRR, which the petitioner failed to attend despite notice and order of the court. On January 22, 2020, coordination meeting with the DIC 2020 was held to discuss the establishment of the operation center. It was agreed that the technical working group shall be created to be spearheaded by DICT as provided for by the law, with the LTO, PNP, and the LGS members, and the terms of reference, system structure, and infrastructure design for the establishment and operation of the center was prepared. On February 6, 2020, the second coordination meeting with the ICT and PNP was held. It was agreed upon during that meeting that a joint memorandum circular that will define the roles and the responsibilities of PNP, LTO, and the ICT shall be prepared, set parameters for data sharing, and determine where the center will be housed temporarily and its future permanent location. The ICT will initially draft the JMC. On February 24, a new version of the IRR was crafted and submitted to the office of Senator Richard Gordon. The new version contains revision introduced to the original draft as a result of the several consultative meetings, specifically with reference to the materials and dimension for the front and rear license plate, taking into consideration not only the purpose and intent of the law, but also equally the safety of the riders and other motorists and pedestrians, and the color coding scheme to be utilized, which the law requires. On 11 May 2020, the IRR of the Republic Act 11235 was signed by yours truly, and on May 19, 2020, a copy of the IRR was filed before the UP Law Center, and on May 21, 2020, the IRR was published in the Manila Bulletin and in Daily Tribune. And on June 2, 2020, LTO conducted the orientation seminar on the IRR for its employees. On June 6, 2020, the LTO issued the memorandum clarifying the effectivity date of the IRR, stating that enforcement of the provision relating to the new plate requirement shall be conditioned upon the release of the new motorcycle plates to the motorcycle owners. And on June 19, 2020, the LTO plate making plant's order management system became fully operational. And on June 20, 2020, pilot testing for the production of the MC plate was conducted. And on July 29, 2020, the LTO plating meeting plant production of the new MC plates started. As of January 2021, a total of 5,965,374 blank plates have been procured to cover the issuance of MC plates to the motorcycle registered beginning 2018 to 2020. The LTO plate making plant has so far produced a total of 1,276,149 pieces of MC plates. This despite the continuing community quarantine because of pandemic, which limits the operational capacity of the agency. As regards the establishment of the LTO Central Command Center, which we term as LTO C3, set for completion of delivery of all hardware and software is April 2021. We are currently coordinating with the supplier to fast-track and complete all deliveries on or before March in order for the LTO C3 to be fully operational immediately. The LTO C3 shall initially perform the function of the joint LTO and TNT Operations and Control Center while the establishment is underway. The center shall be under the supervision of the Department of Information and Communication Technology. At present, the LTO, through the Law Enforcement Service Operations Center, has a continuing agreement with the PNP for the reporting, verification, alarm, and recording of stolen or lost motorcycle units and license plates and other related violations using the current LTO IT system. The establishment of the motor vehicle recognition system. This shall serve as LTO centralized decision-making center which from its function shall support and strengthen coordination in response to violation of land transportation laws and regulation, road crash incidents, and criminal offenses involving motorcycles, like carnapping, riding in tandem, and similar offenses, between the LTO's law enforcement officers and the PNP. The MVRES, or the Motor Vehicle Recognition System, is equipped with a radio frequency identification device, or RFID. The motorcycle being registered with the LTO will now be issued with their RFID together with the motorcycle license plate and shall be attached to the headlight. With the RFID system, the vehicle information shall be quickly accessed, which shall aid in traffic management, law enforcement, and crime investigation and prevention. It is also equipped with the automatic number plate recognition system. The system captures images with the information such as license plate, vehicle brand, type and color, and motorcycles, including motorcycle passing through all designated detection points, which will be provided with reader so that the RFID information detected and associated images can be recorded. With this system, the vehicle enforcement information shall be quickly accessed, which shall aid in the traffic management, law enforcement, and crime investigation and prevention. This, Your Honor, is the update on the setting up of the command center that is required under the law. And if the chairman and members of the committee will allow, may we show you some pictures of how we pursue this activity for us to explain further the activities that LTO undertook to comply with the provisions of the law. With your permission, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Sounds like a very nice narrative. But the bottom line is, nothing is moving. There is no operation center. You have only distributed, according to you, 800,000 to the different regions. And we don't know whether they have been distributed to the people. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't get the question clearly.
The bottom line is nothing is still moving. Since 2019, when the law was passed, you were supposed to finish it by December 31, 2019, to produce, release, and issue the motorcycle plates under Section 19 of RA 11235. And the bottom line is it has not been distributed. It is now 2021. And now you report, ngayon lang kayo nagbibigay, ito nakaraang buwan, nang umaabot sa 800,000 na motorcycle plates. Alam ba ninyo kung umabot na sa tao mismo yun? Yung mga region, tinatanong ko, wala silang sinasabi kung umabot na sa mga tao.
With all due respect, Your Honor, if we can show some pictures of the plate production and the distribution of the plates in the different regions of LTO.
You may show it. You may show it. I'm liberal, but I'm steadfast on the fact na hindi pa umaabot sa mga tao yan. At huling-huli na kayo. Because dapat December pa natapos yan, 2019. Kahit na nagkaroon pa kayo ng kaso, kahit na paano, hindi po ba? May aabot at aabot kung gumalaw yan. Kahit na may COVID, Kahit na paano may natapos, aabot at aabot. Pero mukhang walang umaabot. Wala naman TRO.
To show you, Your Honor, these are just sample pictures of the regions where we have distributed the plates from Region 1, Region 2, practically in all regions of the Philippines, Your Honor, regions of LTO.
But sir, you do know that this is a very sensitive matter for the country. Gusto ko malaman, ilan na nakakuha ng kanilang mga plaka? Dahil lahat sila ngayon, hindi ba totoo? Yung mga taong nagbayad, hindi pa nakukuha yung mga plaka nila magmula nung 2016 hanggang 2018?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hanggang 2018?
Yes, Your Honor. Insofar as the plates ordered or procured earlier, supposed to be delivered, very first, previously of the previous dimension. However, when there was this initial discussion already on the proposed law where there will be changes in plate sizes, we advise the maker, Your Honor, to hold the production. They were poised to manufacture about 1.7 million, and in fact, they already had cut the plates to the previous size.
Can you kindly answer the question in a very brief way? There are 18 million plates that have not been distributed. From the time 2013 to 2018, marami nagbayad sa inyo na hanggang ngayon hindi pa nakukuha yung plaka. Kawawa naman yung mga motorcycle owners. Tama po ba yun?
Your Honor, again, we apologize for not being able to do that. Again, may I state that in compliance with the previous size of the motorcycle plates were to be produced already. However, when we learn of this proposed law requiring the different size of the plate, pinahold po natin yon kasi masasayang lang po. In fact, they were about to deliver 1.6 million. Nakat na po ito, stamp na yung numero, kaya lang po pinatigil natin dahil hindi nga po compliant sa lalabas na batas.
Hindi pa naman nyo alam kung anong size eh. Kayo ang gumagawa, hindi naman kami. Pero alam nyo na meron na kayo mga plaka na utang sa tao na binayaran nila at walang paliwanag. Kaya lahat ng LTO sa buong Pilipinas umaangal dahil hinahanapan sila ng plaka at saka rehistro. Di po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. At again, they are in the process of delivering this. Kaya lang po, natigil yung production dahil nga po doon sa nangyaring kaso na disallowance at saka yung pong na-deliver na plate. For example, ito po is para doon sa four-wheel vehicle. Ito po yung na TRO at pinahinto ang delivery at din po ang distribution sa customs.
Andun na po ako. Pinahinto. Kahit na ba paano, kahit na pinahinto, umandar kayo. Hindi naman naging permanent yung injunction eh. Ibig sabihin, dapat gumagawa yung producer ninyo ng plaka. Kaya kahit na ba paano, sabihin nyo, nakagawa kami ng 2 milyon, 3 milyon. Kapos kami, pero pinipilit namin ma-deliver yung mga plaka. Hindi ako maniwala na that's because mayroon kayong injunction. Hindi law yun. Ang law, post kon lang yun, TRO eh. Application lang yun eh. The law became law upon its publication. Batas na yan. So kung batas na yan, dapat pairalin yan. Dahil yan ang sinasabi ng batas. You have no discretion to say, titigil kami. At pangalawa, di po ba kahit nalakihan nyo yung plaka, gano'n rin ho yun, magpapalit lang kayo ng hulma eh. So hindi excuse yan. The truth of the matter is, you are very cavalier in not expecting them to be able to do it. It's arbitrary and capricious on your part na sabihin hindi niyo magagawa.
If I do, Your Honor, nagpatuloy po ang distribution ng plaka doon sa unang kontrata at ito po dinidistribute. Kaya nga po merong na-issue rin na black and white ng version yung unang kontrata. However, when we took over starting July 2016 at isa po ito sa mga nakitang kailangang gampanan, nag-umpisa na po, nag-produce ng plano na kung paano i-rehabilitate yung ating planta. Kaya nga po ito yung nangyari, na-rehabilitate yung planta. At ngayon po, dito na sa central office ng LTO, ginagawa ang plaka.
Totoo po niyan, tama kayo. Nilagay na yung planta sa loob ng LTO. So may control kayo. Ang dami niyong excuses. Kaya nagkaroon ng COVID. Kailangan umandar yan eh. Aandar pa rin niya kahit na may COVID. Sandali, mapuputol. Pero kahit na paano, kahit na may COVID, may matatapos at pwedeng i-distribute yung mga bagong plaka. At dapat tugunin niyo rin yung sagot na tinatanong sa inyo ng tao na umiiyak na yung mga mahihirap na may motorsiklo na nagbayad na anong gagawin namin, magbabayad kami ng doble. Ang totoo niyan, ayaw bumayag yung bago nyong nakuhang bidder na ibigay sa kanila uli yung plaka dahil may binago sila doon. Hindi po ba tama yon? Kaya you're practically in limbo. In 2 taon na yon na nagbago na pumasok yung desisyon na natigil na yung gulo doon sa Supreme Court. Dapat sinuloy nyo na mabigay yung mga plaka pero hindi nyo binigay kaya maraming umaangal. Tama po ba yan?
Ito po yun, Your Honor. Kaya nga po...
Thank you po. Ang susunod ko, nawala rin yung legacy. Hindi nyo ina-address. Yung legacy dati, ang Stratcom, ang original na gumagawa niyan. Pagkatapos, nung pinalitan ng nakaraang administrasyon, ay hindi na nakuha sapagkat may proprietary rights yung Stratcom. So, ang nangyari, yung pumalit, kinakamay-kamay o kinukomputer unti-unti, pero hindi nyo pinaliwanag sa publiko yan. So, ang nangyayari, galit na galit ang tao sa inyo dahil tinanggap na yung pera, ang binibigay nyo invoice lang, at talagang illegal yon. I'm telling you as a lawyer, that is illegal, that is not in the law, and yet you keep doing that, and that is laganap sa buong bansa na yung mga taong nagbayad, wala talaga silang hawak. Tama po ba yan?
Walang galang na po, buting Senator. Patuloy po ang Stratcom na sila nagpro-provide ng IT needs habang ilinilipat po sa bagong IT provider. At sa ngayon po, ang mga pagkukulang sa pag-i-issue ng certificate of registration ay nagagampanan na po. Bagamat hinahabol po natin yung mga backlog na sinasabi, patuloy po ang LTO sa paggawa ng CR at pagdidistribute ng plaka. Ito po ang
mag-argue sa inyo. Sa totoo, ang nakukuha ko bilang chairman at mga research sa mga tao ko, it's a mess. Nagkaroon ng mess. Nagkagulo yung 2 bidder. Hindi hinarap yung problema. Tapos nanguha ng bagong bidder. Hindi rin nagsusupply. Tapos sasabihin nyo, yung Stratcom nagsusupply. Pero ang totoo, hubad sa katotohanan talaga, ay talaga nakikita ninyo na hindi nakukuha yung plaka. Now, ang tanong ko, hindi po ba natutulungan nyo ngayon yung mga dealer na hindi nagbibigay ng ayon dito sa tinatawag yung merdos na dapat ibinibigay nila yung rehistro at saka plaka. Tama po ba yan?
Tama po yun.
So sa mga tweet, kinukuha nila ang pera pero wala silang ibinibigay. Hindi po ba lugi ang taong motorsiklo, yung may-ari ng motorsiklo na hindi sila makakuha ng insurance? Tama po ba yun?
Tama po, Your Honor.
Tama. O sa mga tweet, delikado ang tao. Hindi mo ba delikado sila na pag nabangga sila, wala magbabayad ng insurance sa kanila? O pag dinakaw yung kanilang motorsiklo, there is no proof of ownership. Tama po ba yan?
Tama po, Your Honor.
Sa makatwid, ang mga tao, kinakawawa nitong murder state na ginawa ng LTO, kawawang-kawawa ang tao, walang kalaban-laban ang tao dahil sa mga arbitrary na ginagawa ninyo na pinapayagan nyo yung mga dealer, ang dealer ang nag-ahari ni hindi po mailagay sa Register of Deeds para sabihin annotation. May installment ditong payment para at least merong color of title. Tama po ba yan?
Your Honor, hindi po totally tama po yun. Kasi po yung mga kinakomplain
Pero partly true. O, sige, mag-disagree na tayo. Hindi totally true, pero totoo rin nangyayari yun. Tama po ba yan?
with all due respect, Your Honor, ito po ang ginagawa natin based on the complaints of the motorcycle buyers. We call the attention at pinag-explain at kung hindi po nila maipaliwanag ng kapani-paniwala ika nga yung kanilang sitwasyon, sinususpend po natin, minumultahan yung kanilang yung mga dealers. Or maybe we can go to the event cancellation of their accreditation.
Merong 4 na malalaking dealer yan. Yan ang mga nakikinabang dyan sa totoo lang. Ngayon, pwede ba ibigay nyo sa akin lahat yung mga sinuspindi nyo? Dahil ginagawa yung katiwalian na yan na kinukuha yung pera ng tao. O saan yung registro ko? Wala pa eh. Kung gusto mo maghintay, 6 na buwan ka maghintay. O, nasaan yung aking plaka? Wala pa. Maghintay ka. O, di ba? At sasabihin nila, gamitin mo muna yan para magamit. Ngayon, pag hindi nakabayad, kayang-kayang hatakin at i-repossess ng dealer yung motorsiklo na walang kalaban-laban, yung pobreng motorsiklo na nagmamayari ng motorsiklo na pinag-iipunan niya ng pera para makalakad siya. In other words, you're destroying the democracy of the motorcycle drivers na nakuha nila na may movement sila ngayon na nakakabili sila. Sa makatwid, dahil hindi nyo pinababayaan niya yan, lugin-lugi ang mamamayan na napakahirap. Please be forthright. Yan ang factual situation. Wala ako nalalaman na nasuspendin yung dealer. Wala ako nalalaman na inaudit nyo yung mga dealer. So please do not tell me something that is not true here. You know, I respect you. I told you that from the very beginning. Pero nung bumagal na, medyo nawawala unti-unti yung aking paggalang eh. Dahil ito, each time you delay, may namamatay. Kita nyo araw-araw nung December hanggang January, may namamatay. January, araw-araw, may namamatay dahil hindi nyo binibigay yung mga plate number. Walang may tatawag yung tao na plate number. Wala silang matawagan na LTO control center. Samantalang kami dito sa Red Cross, pwedeng tumawag. May kagabi, no isang gabi, merong sumabog doon sa nabotas na ammonia. Nandun kami kaagad. Lumindol doon sa ilang bayan, alam na namin kaagad. Yan, hindi nyo magawa. Ang pulis hindi maka-imbestiga. Tama po ba yan? Tanungin ko si General Sina, si General Eliazar. General, meron naman lumapit sa inyo na sinabi itong plate number na nahuli nyo? Mas marami ba yun o mas konti? General Eliazar.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Actually, sir, kalimitan na din ang pupunta sa atin, sir, talagang hindi naman nila nababasa yung mga plate numbers. And it's very difficult for our investigators even if we access available CCTV cameras dahil sa liit nga, sir, ng plate numbers na nakukuha natin doon. So talagang yun ang challenge, sir, sa ating law enforcers.
And you know, sir, I consider you a good officer. I've dealt with you. Kayo may anak. Siyempre, kung may mangyari dyan, ang unang titignan nyo yung motorsiklo. Siyempre, pabor kayo, malaki yung motorsiklo na plate number. Hindi naman kalakihan, pero may makikita, may laban tayo. Tama po ba yan?
Sir, tama yun.
Pero ang totoo, hindi ginagawa.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, the criminals or the motorcycle riding suspects are taking advantage of that situation na kaya, sir, napapulusan nila dahil nga dun sa ganung situation na una, motorsiklo, alam na po natin na talagang napakadaling gamitin dahil ang daling i-maneuver, madali silang tumakas kahit ma-traffic. But
Yo-
nga po, kung ang hindi mo natin makikita yung mga plate number nila, even doon sa mga CCTVs or from the witnesses, ay talaga napakahirap po na mag-resolve ng kaso, even though we rely on other means to investigate these cases.
Di po ba may CCTV para makatulong? Eh kung minsan maliit yung plaka, hindi na makita. Ngayon may malaki ng CCTV, may malaki ng plaka. Makakatulong yan kahit na paano. May color code po, asul. Anong region yan? Makikita po. Tama po ba yan?
Sir, yes sir. Kami sir, sa law enforcers, talagang malaking bagay po yun sa aming pag-iimbestiga. Kung itong ating batas ay may implement na at gagaya ng sinabi niyo po earlier, talagang ma-identify na itong mga motorcycle numbers nito. At kung wala silang plaka na ganito, yun lang sir ang aming efforts through our offline sita at saka pati yung sa ating mga checkpoint, nasisitahin natin kung wala silang ganitong mga plaka.
So halimbawa, meron na kayong command and control, meron rin ng pulis niyan, meron kami sa Red Cross. Ang alam ko, LTO, meron yan. Pero halimbawa, may lumalakad, alam na nila itong batas na ito, walang plate number. Di may tatawag ka agad doon tao, sir, may kumakalat-kalat dito, walang plate number. Pwede ba patawagan niyo yung mga barangay o yung mga pulis dyan, yung HPG, para mahuli na kaagad? Tama po ba yan?
Yun po ang ginagawa talaga natin at yung ating po mga iba't ibang mga police stations ay agad pag naka-receive ng ganong informasyon, binabatuhan po yung ating operatives, particularly itong meron po kasi tayo na tinatawag din po natin na tactical motorized cycle riding units na kung saan ito po yung itinalaga natin to counter this motorcycle riding suspect. At yun nga po, pinagbabasihan natin kung merong report tayo natatanggap na napakahalaga para sa ating responde.
At saka napakasakit po niya na napagbibintangan pa yung mga pulis dahil wala raw masolve. Tama po ba yan?
Yun po ang sitwasyon na ating kinahantungan ngayon. Kaya nga ang ating focus po ng PNP leadership through our PNP chief is palakasin po yung intelligence gathering at pati na rin yung pagdideploy ng ating mga personnel. Pero talagang aminin po namin, very challenging at malaking tulong sa aming responde pag-iimbestiga kung magkakaroon ng malinaw, malaki, readable na plate number ang ating mga motorsiklo.
At alam rin niyo po na marami talaga motorsiklo na wala ng plaka. Hindi po ba? Kaya dapat talaga mahuli na po yung mga yan. Hindi po ba tama yon?
Sa ating po mga offline sita, totoo po yun. Kaya nga po yun po yung ating hinuhuli at tinitikitan at para naman or ini-impound itong mga motorsiklo na ito at yan naman po talaga ang implementation na ginagawa natin through our offline sita and mga checkpoint operations.
Saka ito pong batas na ito, pag nahuli ka, wala kang plaka-plaka, i-impound ka agad yan. At may laban na talaga kagad tayo kung ginamit sa kasamaan yan. At pangalawa, pagka yan ay lumalakad, pwedeng pigilin. Pangatlo, pag involved at nawala yung may-ari, halimbawa, nawala niya yung plaka niya, nawala yung kasakyan niya ng motorsiklo, kailangan i-report niya in 5 days para hindi siya masasama sa investigasyon. Di po ba mabuti yun para sa madla?
Definitely, Mr. Chair. Talagang malaking tulong po sa amin yun na kung ito po ay ma-implement na itong batas na naipasa na rin naman.
Actually po, within 3 days lang, dapat i-report niya dahil pag ginamit yun, patay na yung tao, wala na tayong magagawa, patay na yung pulis, patay na yung judge, patay na yung pare, patay na yung mga pinapatay nila kung sino-sino. Wala naman pulis na gustong may namamatay dito sa ating bayan, di ba?
Tama yun, Mr. Chair.
Kaya natataka ako sa LTO, bakit hindi nyo mapa-ilal yan? Na napapatakbo nyo na walang ORCR, ang daming checkpoint ng kapulisan, papara doon. Tignan nyo yung nangyari, kung uulitin ko yan, andyan si Captain ng Del Carmen, Florida Blanca, Kapitan Joel Santos, andyan po ba kayo?
Yes, sir. Nandito po, sir.
Ipaliwanag nyo nga po sa amin kung paano nangyari, kung gaano kadali pinatay yung walang kamuang-muang. Magkano ba ang sweldo nung si Mr. Laborena?
Sir, actually sir, gawa po ng pandemic, tinaasan ko ng konti yung mga sahod nila kasi kawawa naman po sila. Naging 1,000 pesos po, dati pong 500 pesos, Your Honor.
O, tingnan ninyo. Nagtitiis yung tao. Ano ba
Yes,
nangyari niya sa investigasyon nyo? Dinaanan siya.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, Your Honor, doon po kami nahihirapan. Gawa ng wala kaming makita doon sa plate number, Your Honor. Kasi nakalagay po kasi, Your Honor, is for registration, Your Honor. So, mas maganda po yung nasabi nyo na at least sana po, kung may plate number sana, madali po sana matuntun yung suspect, Your Honor.
Pero nangyari dito, tila dumaan muna itong motorsiklo ito. Sinita ata ni Ginoong Labonera.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano sinita niya?
Your Honor, as per do sa mga revelation ng mga kasama niyang duty noong January 3, may dumaan po nakasingle na same identification do sa motorcycle na walang plate number. Dumaan po, tapos sinabihan po ni Mr. Labonera na regarding sa face mask and face shield, Your Honor. And then after wala man po yata isang oras, Your Honor, bumalik po yung sinasabi nilang naka-motorsiklo. Yun na po gumawa na sila ng kasamaan sa aking barangay tanod, Your Honor.
So dahil lamang lang na sinita niya na maglagay ng face mask o face shield, binalikan
Yes,
siya ng motorsiklong ito. In other words, sa tingin mo, ganyan na ba kasidi ang sitwasyon natin dahil maraming nakakalusot na riding in tandem, hindi na sila takot mahuli, kaya sa konting face mask lamang na sinita sila, papatayin na lang isang taong nagmamalasakit na 1,000 lang ang sweldo, may pamilya, papatayin nila. Ganyan na ba ang sitwasyon natin sa ating bansa?
Yun nga po yung pinagtataka po, sir, kasi gawa ng napakasimpleng bagay. Sabi ko nga po, kung ayaw po nila yung nasisita, sana sumunod sila sa health protocol na pinapatupad ng ating gobyerno para hindi po lumaganap ang pandemya. Kaya nga po ang panawagan ko, kung ayaw po nila nasisita sana, hindi sumunod sila sa health protocol, Your Honor.
Tatanungin ko si General Eliazar ulit. General, walang kalaban-laban ng pulis o itong mga barangay tanod na ganito. Bakit? Nakamotorsiklo, tapos naka-helmet, tapos kung susunod pa sa batas, may maskara, tapos tatanggalin yung plaka o papalitan yung plaka. Anong laban ng pulis kung babarilin sila? Eto, meron akong litrato rito, 3 nakasakay. Babarilin yung pulis, daunahan lang ng pulis. Kaya walang kalaban-laban dahil balot na balot yung mga tao na babaril na riding in tandem. Tama po ba yun, General?
Yes, sir. Yes, Sir Honor. Tama po yun.
Makikita nyo rito sa, papakita ko sa inyo, mabuti itong pulis na ito. Hindi ko nga alam ang pangalan, gusto ko ang purihin eh. Ito, nangyari ito August 3, 2016. Riding in trio ito. O, ayan. Tingnan ninyo. Lumalakad, ayan. Pagkatapos, lumapit yung pulis, tingnan nyo yung nasa gitna. Bubunot ng baril. O, yun. Nakita nung alertong pulis, ang pangalan niya ngayon, nakuha ko na si Paul Sabulao. Inunahan niya na. Naiwan rin yung baril, hindi ako nagkakamali. Tapos, ang tabang nitong pulis na ito, inaalay ang kanyang buhay para ligtas tayo. Siguro may babariling ibang tao yan, naharang niya, ngayon hinabol niya, nakatakas rin. Dahil balot na balot, walang plate number, pero yung buhay ng pulis, nakasubo, kung nabaril siya, di kawawa naman yung kanilang mga kamag-anak. Tama po ba yun? Yung kanyang mga anak. Tama po yun, General Elizar?
Yes, sir. Totoo po yun. That is why, sir, with the creation ng atin o pagpalakas po ng aming tactical motorized riding units, lalo pong magbibigay ng magandang resulta ang aming operation kung mai-implement na itong bagong batas na ito. Knowing that, malaking tulong nga sa amin po yung readable plate numbers. At kung wala sila, napaganda para sa atin na talagang masita itong mga motorcycle riding suspects na ang kanilang motorsiklo ay walang mga plaka.
I would imagine kung kayong namumuno niyan, uumpisahan nyo kaagad doon sa talagang command and control system na malalagay lahat yung pangalan niyan. Hindi ba? dapat yan ang pangako sa amin ng LTO. Sir, Sir Galban, LTO promised during the budget deliberations last November 20, 2020 that they will finish the computer system by February 2021. February na po ngayon. Wala pa hanggang ngayon. Siyempre kung ako nag-mayor, mayroon akong command center palagi. Ako'y nasa Subic, may command center ako palagi. Tuwa nga si President Ramos nung araw. Dito sa Red Cross, may command center ako palagi. Alam ko ang nangyayari. Siyempre, gusto ng mga kapulisan yan na idikit nyo na muna sa kanila para makuha nila yung mga data para pag tumawag ang tao, matutuwa ang tao, papalakpak ang buong bansa. Dahil pag may nangyari, makakatawag, ito yung plate number, malalaman kagad at meron pa tayong mga patrolya na pinamumuha ni General ng HPG, Tagum, na makakakilos. Ano ba kayo, General Tagum? Tama po ba yun?
Tama po, sir.
So you would welcome that, right?
Yes, sir.
Masisisi niyo po ba mga tao kung di matiis magalit? Dahil ito ginagawa na ng Senado. Lahat kami rito, pinaghirapan namin yan. In-interpret ako katakot-takot dyan. Pagkatapos, tinira pa ako na sinabi, malaki raw yung plaka na ilalagay ko. Di na bali yun. Titiisin ko lahat dyan. Basta ang tao lamang ay ligtas sa mga ganyan mamamatay tao. Yung mga barangay talot natin, yung mga pulis natin, yung mga pare, yung mga abogado, mga doktor, ligtas sila. Gagawin ko na, magalit na kayo lahat. Pero kailangan magawa yan, sapagat kung di gagawin, walang tigil ang patayan. Imagine, January 1 to January to February 4, ang namatay ay 25 people, General. 25 people. Kaya hindi natin pwedeng isa lang alang-alang sa pulis lamang yan. Yung 4 pillars natin dapat magsama-sama. Yung mga taong bayan magsama-sama, mag-report. Kung hindi, talagang iisa-isahin tayo ng mga lokong yan. Tama po ba yan?
Totoo po yun, sir.
Kaya ngayon, babalik ako, it appears that LTO committed to the February 2021 date just so that their budget will be approved. Dahil nagalit na ako, hindi ko pa-approve yan. Ngayon, hanggang ngayon, wala pa. Hanggang ngayon, wala pang lisensya yung mga tao. Yung kanilang tinatawag na certificate of registration. Yung kanilang plate number, wala pa. I-distribute pa lamang. Paano naman tayo mabubuhay ng payapa sa bayan? General Galvan. Baka yung mga tao nyo ay babagal-bagal. Baka may mga alagang mga dealer yung mga yan. Hindi ba nyo iniimbestiga yan? Ako, sigurado ako, nag-aalaga ng dealer. Diretsa ako na sinasabi. Meron kayong mga inaalagaan na dealer at tatawagin ko lahat yung mga dealer na yan. At i-cross-examine ko dyan dito para malaman ninyo na seryoso kami. General Director Asek Galbante.
Yes, Your Honor. I will take note of your observation, Your Honor.
No, alam niyo may kasama tayo nung araw, niloloko nila. Noted. I do not accept noted. I accept action. I've been a mayor, I've been chairman of Subic. Pinakamahirap na panahon yon. Wala kaming katulong, wala kaming pulis, walang nanakaw. Sa tourism, ginawa rin natin yan. Katulong ko ang kapulisan. Si General Aglipay, pag kami nagnanakaw doon sa airport, tinatawag ko nung araw na sosolve. Meron isang bata, profesor ng UP, hinalbot yung kanyang bag, tinawagan ko ang kapulisan, nahuli namin yung pumatay, pero napatay muna yung bata na profesor pa sa UP, Muslim, mistisong Muslim. Kailangan mag-cooperate tayo sa kapulisan, maraming mabuting pulis. Pero kung hindi nyo gagawin yan, talagang kawawa-kawawa ang bayan natin. Di ba kayo nahihiya? Di ba kayo natatakot sa pamilya nyo? Na kung kayo ang madali, kawawa naman kayo? Binan nyo yung iniimbestiga ko sa Muntinlupa. Nag-aaral siya maging abogado. Inimbestiga ko siya. Wala bang ilang buwan? Tripok, riding in tandem. Tapos 16 na ata sila, 17. Walang solusyon. Paano hindi mabasa yung plate number? In fact, tatanungin ko si Dr. Kwan, si General Kwan, kailangan ba natin, limbawa sa mga syudad, kailangan ba mag-crash helmet na para itatago lahat ang mukha ng tao? O kailangan na lang talagang kung may crash helmet, lagyan rin natin ng RFID yun o kaya number yung crash helmet para makita lalo kung talagang totoo yun para you can take note. Every policeman has a notebook na pagka lumalakad dyan, pwede lang isulat yan. Tama po ba yan, General? Pwede mo ba gawin yun? General Elizar.
Yes, sir. I believe you were asking about the crash helmets in the highly urbanized areas like in Metro Manila. Meron po tayong mga LGUs na through their ordinance hindi naman po nire-require yung kanilang mga helmet kasi una, mababagal din naman yung takbo doon. And the pangalawa, yun po, malaking tulong din tayo to identify ito pong mga riders natin. But just the same, in general, talagang nire-require po yung helmet natin, particularly on this present pandemic, as a shield as added protection. Sa ating pong...
I agree with you, sir, because safety yan eh. Pero kung ganyan naman ang ginagawa, ginagamit yung safety sa kanila para pumatay ng tao, katulad yung si barangay tanod ng Labonera na hindi makita yung muka, nakatago ng helmet, kawawa naman. Hindi natin alam kung sinong pumatay sa kanya. Ano ba ang kondisyon ng kaso na yon? Kapitan, inaatupag ba kayo ng Region 3?
Yes, sir. Actually po, sir, ang kapulisan po natin hindi tumitigil, sir, sa pagtulong sa atin at ang ating provincial government, sir.
Alam ko, kilala ko si Governor at itong mga tao to, galit sila dyan. Sila nga ang tumawag sa akin na, ano ba yan? 4 na araw lang na kamamatay lang nung Nobyembre na itong si pinatay ni Nuesca. Pagkatapos ngayon, dito naman, harap-harapan, pinatay. Siyempre, lahat ng tao magagalit, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alam niyo, natatandaan ko dyan, parang yung general doon sa Vietnam. I'm sure natatandaan ng mga general natin dyan na pinatay yung Vietcong, may 38 caliber, pinakita sa buong mundo, very iconic picture, binaril sa ulo, yung suspetsadong Vietcong. Ganyan na nangyari dyan sa inyo, hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nagiging kaaway ang tao. Pambira naman. Kailangan ma-solve yan. At dapat magawa ng paraan, no? Tatawarin ko sa susunod na hearing itong Big Four. Des Marketing Incorporated. Des Strong Motors Incorporated. Des Smart. Do exam. Premio Corporation. I want to see kung ilan ang binibigay nila mga plaka, ilan ang binigay ninyong plaka sa kanila, ilan ang motorsiklo ang binigay nila, ilan ang pinautang nila doon at hindi nila at binawi nila dahil hindi nakabayad. Abay, dapat meron na tayong law na yung pagpapautang sa mga motorsiklo, dapat meron tayong katarungan dyan. Dapat yung mga bangko natin, dapat magpautang ng motorsiklo na mura. Ang dami-daming pera ng mga bangko. Bakit hindi sila magpautang? Para sa ganon, protektado ang tao na merong plate number at may registration. Di po ba? Yan ang isang gagawin natin mungkahi dito para matulungan natin yung mga motorsiklo natin sa buong Pilipinas. Registered and unregistered. If you know,
pakinggan at nawala po yung audio nyo kanina. Mr. Chair, wala po yung audio.
Si Galvante, hindi po yata.
Si Galvante, ulitin ko yung tanong ko, ilan po ba ang motorsiklo sa buong Pilipinas? Registered and unregistered?
We will say it up, Your Honor.
How many? How many, please, sir?
kung sa plaka po, ang na-produce sa ngayon, 1.276 million at naipadala na po sa mga regions at 875,154.
Hindi po yan ang tinatanong ko. Tatanong ko na yan. Hindi pa nga umaabot sa tingin ko eh. Pero ilan ba ang total na motorcycle sa buong Pilipinas?
Sa ngayon po, ang estimated number is 7.3 million. Ang naka-record po na naka-rehistro ay 7.328 million as of December 31, 2020.
Pero ilan talaga yung hindi na nagpaparehistro?
At yung pong new at saka yung pong renew at ang hindi nag-renew, umaabot po ng 8.6 million.
800?
8.6 million, Your Honor.
Yun lang ang total. Bakit sabi nyo nun ata? Kayo ba lang sabi sa akin 13 million? Nakikita ko doon sa mga kulang nyo, may 19,300,000. Ayan o. Total new and renewable, 7,300,000. Total motorcycles with delinquent registration, 8,700,000. Projected up to June 30, 2022, 19,300,000. Tama ba yan?
Ayun po ang pinaproject natin kakailanganing plaka. Yan po ang based on manufacture po ng motorcycle manufacturers over the years. Kaya po yun ang pinagplaplanuhan namin tatargetin ng may produce na plaka.
Yes. Ngayon po, tatalingin ko lang ho kayo sandali. Ano po? Tatalingin ko ang BIR. Andiyan ba ang BIR?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is Bernardino Paul Sumera. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Sige po.
Ano pangalan po nyo?
Bernardino Paul Sumera Jr., Your Honor.
Ang dalang pangalan nyo, napaka-strategic ng straits yan sa Pilipinas. San Bernardino Straits. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, yung mga plaka na yan, kung ibibigay, magkano ang kikitahin ng gobyerno sa plaka pa lamang? 19,300,000. Ang average, magkano nasisingil?
Your Honor, wala po kaming data sa number of plates that were received, pero
But I'm telling you right now, kunyari 19,300,000, yan ang projection. At 450 pesos per registration. Tama ho ba yun? General Galvante, Asek Galvante, 450 pesos ang average. Nasisingilin nyo. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kung 450 times 19,300,000, magkano po yan? Is that correct? 8,290,000? Tama ba yan? Ang masisingil ng BIR, 8,290,971,460. Tama po ba yan, Mr. BIR? Bernardino?
Your Honor, I am not in position to answer that question, Your Honor, because ang na-file lang po sa amin is an information, a complaint regarding the cash sale that is reported, a charge sale that's reported as a cash sale during registration. Yun lang po yung complaint na na-receive ng office namin, and we're currently conducting an evaluation as of the report.
So, let me put it this way. Ako na lang magko-compute. Kung 450 pesos at 19 million yung sisigilin natin, that's 8,290,971,460 pesos a year. Kailangan natin ng pang-COVID. O di kaya naman, kunyari, Secretary Galvante, magkano ang binayad natin doon sa pabrika nyo ng plaka just sa LTO? Hindi po ba ang presyo niyan, kung di ko nagkakamali, ay 390 million?
Million po.
Ilan?
978 million.
I'm sorry, 978 million. Tama po ba yun?
Around that figure, Your Honor.
Kayo ang chairman eh. Kayo ang director eh. Ano ba yan? Ang kinuha nyo, 978 million. Yan ang ginamit nyo na tinayo yung plaka. Gawaan ng plaka. Sabi nyo, nahihirapan kayo. Gumawa pa kayo ng isa. Dalawa na ang gawin nyo para lahat ng plaka magagawa. That means 970 million times 2. Ano ba? Pagka ginawa niyo yan, imbis na makakagawa kayo ng 28,000 plates per day, makakagawa kayo ng 56,000 plates per day. And if you make 56,000 plates per day, compute nyo, kailan matatapos yung target ninyo na 19 million.
Pupurusin po namin yun, Your Honor.
Ano? Kung gagawin, kung dinoble nyo, tutulungan ko na kayo. Nahihirapan ako sa inyo eh. Tutulungan ko na kayo. Ang mangyayari, pag dinoble nyo yung capacity nyo to make plates, aabot tayo ng 322 days. 1 year. Tapos lahat yung plaka. Wala nang hanga, wala kaming plaka. Wala nang kurakot doon sa registration.
Yes, Your Honor. Pupurusin po namin yung pagdadagdag ng equipment para po yung production capacity madoble.
Ano what I'm saying? Kung gusto, maraming paraan. Kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. Ayaw nyo mabilis, kaya may mga kumikita yung sa hila ng motorsiklo dahil hindi makabayad. Meron na naman silang pagbibili na kunyari, sinabi nila, slightly used lang ito. Bibili na lang sila, tapos ang interest sa kawawang motorcycle na bibili ay 36%. Kawawang yung mga tao. Hindi po ba?
Kanya po ako? Ha?
Ano mo ko? Doble nyo yung capacity in 1 year, less than 1 year, tapos. Yung gagawin nyo. Happy ang pulis, happy ang tao, pupurihin kayo, at hindi na kayo dadali sa Blue Ribbon, hindi na kayo sasabihan, gawin nyo yung trabaho nyo. Alam nyo ako, ayaw ko sasabihan na hindi ko ginagawa ang trabaho ko eh. Lumaki ako dyan sa tatay ko at saka sa nanay ko. Yung mga tao nyo, sinasabi, nag-distribute kayo ng ilan? 800,000. Eh ba, sa susunod na hearing, ibigay nyo sa amin before the hearing. Alam nyo, ito binigay nyo sa amin ito kagabi lang at 10 o'clock in the morning. Nagmi-meeting kami dito at 10 o'clock in the evening. In the evening. That's an insult to the committee. Katrabaho kami, alas 6 ng gabi. Pinadala ng LTO yan. Ngayon, gusto ko, mamaya, bago kayo umuwi, ipadala nyo sa akin kung ilan ang pinadala nyo sa bawat region ng mga plaka ninyo.
Mr. Honor,
that is an order.
Mayroon po kaming initial report on that. Yung po nakalahat ngayon sa screen.
I want to know kung ilan na naibigay sa mga tao. I want to know kami na naibigay ng mga tao sa Cebu, sa Central Luzon, o sa lahat para malaman natin kung ilan na talaga naibigay. Para hindi tayo naglulukohan dito. By tomorrow, I will expect that. Friday bukas, no? Saturday. Oh, Monday, first hour. Bigyan nyo sa amin yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hindi pwedeng pinapapasa-pasa nyo kami rito. This is the Senate of your country. This is where duly elected people representing the people's interests are discussed. And we're discussing this with you. You cannot trifle with the Senate. Hindi pwedeng loko-lokohin ang Senado. Okay, mga ngako to appease us. Kunyari, sabi nyo February, tapos gagawin nyo June na naman. Niloloko ang Senado at ang Republika ng Pilipinas at ang taong bayan pag sinasabi nyo yun. Man up, sabi nga sa PMA, man up. Are you all right? Pagpahiram ng utang ng motorsiklo, bumili ako ng motorsiklo, papautangin ako at ang singil sa akin 36%. Ano po? Kung kayo nagsisilbi sa bayan ng tabat, di ba dapat pakialaman nyo yung mga lintek na Big Four na yan? Na nagpapautang ng 36%? Pagka nagipit na, yung kawawang nag-iipon para sa kanyang motorsiklo, hihilahin na lang yung motorsiklo, walang kalaban-laban, walang hawak na certificate of registration, walang hawak na plaka. Hindi po ba tungkulin niyo yan? Secretary Galvante?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, ba't hindi niyo ginagawa? Nung araw, ang tawag dyan, usurious loans. Wala na tayong usury law, pero ito, bawal yan. Kahit paano, unjust enrichment yan. Dahil pagka kinuha mo, nilamangan mo siya. O ito, pinapakita ko yung binibigay sa inyo. Partingnan nyo. Yan ang sales invoice na binibigay, hindi certificate of registration. I'm putting that as exhibit. Ayan ang isa sa ating mga kwan. At ebidensya sa inyo, kung hindi nyo alam. Ito, ang pangalan nito, DES, Strong Motors Incorporated, MC Briones Highway, Mandawi City. Sold to Enoch Eduardo B. December 1919. Purok 7, Kabadyangan, Compostela, Cebu. Model 1 Honda 2NY25MK. Pati engine na andyan. Magkano? Total sales 73,100. Less VAT 7,832.14. Amount net of VAT 65,000. Total amount due 73,100. Papalabisin nyo na binayaran ng buo yan, pero ang totoo, inutang yan para hindi na kayo dadaan sa registration of deeds. Inutang yan para hindi na kayo dadaan doon, para hawak na lang nyo. Itong hawak nyo, wala siyang certificate na nagbayad siya, wala siyang certificate of ownership, at wala rin siyang tinatawag na plaka. Kaya kayang-kaya siyang tisirin, kaya siyang pisilin, kaya siyang kunin yung kanyang motorsiklo dahil hindi niya kaya magbayad ng 36%. In the words of a famous man here in this country, putang ina. Mahiya naman tayo. I'm just quoting. Galit na ang tao sa inyo. Dapat ayusin nyo. Dami ng pinapatay. Kinakalapan ninyo. I am convinced, I'm going to tell you, LTO is incompetent. It has no compassion. It is negligent. Wala kayong ginagawa. You have apathy. Wala kayong pakialam kung ano mangyari sa tao na mamatay. Wala kayong effort na bilisan yung plaka. Wala kayong news about it. Wala kayong sinasabi. You thrive in the silence of the people. Namawala yung motorsiklo. Baliwala sa inyo. Deliberate na tinatanggal ang plaka. Walang testigo dahil sa inyo. And that is why I'm saying to you in no uncertain terms, magalit na kayo. I don't mind. But you have to do it. Do not trifle with the Senate, especially the Blue Ribbon Committee. That's why we're here. Oh, I will ask another question. Bukod doon sa taxes, will the BIR please compute for me next week, next time we have a hearing, you better report how much taxes you collect every year from the motorcycles. Is that clear, Mr. Bernardino?
In that case, Your Honor, if it pertains to the total tax collections, we will need to have, it will be under the confidentiality rule under Section 270 of the Tax Code, Your Honor.
But this is a general statement of how much you collect. You mean to tell me you're exempted from telling your Senate, who decides on the budget, how much you collect totally? I'm not asking you for individual taxes.
Okay, Your Honor. We will note that request, Your Honor.
Okay. The answer is yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, I ask again, DOTR, is there anybody from DOTR? Undersecretary Yebra.
Yes,
Are you
Your
still
Honor.
there?
Yes, Your Honor, dito po.
Yes.
What is
Yes.
the plan of
Yes, we are here, Your
DOTR?
Honor.
What is the plan of DOTR in solving the conflicting interests of PPI, JKG, yung isang bidder ninyo, and Trojan, JH Tonjis? Di ba may conflicting interest yan, kaya may kapos kayong 2 taon na hindi nabigyan ng plaka? Totoo po ba yan?
Go ahead, ask Steve, please.
Excuse me?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon po. Steve Pastor po from the Department of Transportation. Yes, Mr. Chair, we are in full coordination with our LTO po with regard to resolving the issues of the procurement issues po of LTO with regard to the conflicting bidders for the plate numbers po.
How long will it take you to solve that problem so that our people will not suffer any longer? And why are you not investigating this? Why does it take the Senate to investigate all the shenanigans there of motorcycles being sold for at 36% interest, or for that matter, not being given a certificate of registration, and they're being given invoices which are arbitrary, capricious, and utterly corrupt? What are you doing about that?
Mr. Chair, we are in full coordination po with LTO, and we have given the directive po to resolve the matter at the soonest possible time. To cite an example, Mr. Chair, there was an issue in Cebu with regard to certain manufacturers, and we coordinated with LTO in Region 7, Your Honor, that it should be resolved already, that this disadvantageous acts of manufacturers be restrained or be completely stopped by the local by our local LTO in that region, Your Honor.
Okay, I heard you loud and clear. That's good. But these are not only disadvantageous. Will you agree with me that these are abusive?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, they're big people pressing Region 7 that they should not interfere with what is happening there because there are many big people involved.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know who they are? I'm not going to ask a question. We're not lawyers. I ask questions that I know the answer for. I just want you to know. What is the answer? Where is the paper? Remember, you're under oath. You just said yes, there are big people. Who are these big people?
I'm not.
No. Yung kay Kuan, kay... some big personalities, Mr. Undersecretary, and you said so yourself, that are intervening in behalf of these big four. I don't mind. Sometimes we politicians have to ask, but not to intervene. And if you look at, we research here, I don't need anybody from your office. We research here. If you look at CNN, if you look at all the newspapers concerning that case, it is there. Here, I will show you. There is a back and forth because some people are being accused of this, and then they're pressing that they should not intervene. They should not touch this big four. They are untouchable. Are you aware of that? That's why that's why we're fixing the problem within Region 7 and the people involved, right? You said that because they're doing disadvantageous things. And I corrected you. They're not doing disadvantageous things. They are really abusing. Tapos binabaliktad pa yung mga tao. Abangan na lang sa susunod na kabanata. Tatawahin ko na mismo dapat si Secretary ng DOTR. Tugade. Hindi kayo makasagot. All these things involve life, loss of life, involve grinding poverty, abusing the poor, abusing yung mga maliliit na nagmamayari ng motorsiklo na nangangarap na madala niya yung pamilya na hindi na siya mamamasahe, makabawas sa pamasahe. Lahat siyang ginagawa. Kasama rin dyan yung pagpapayaman ng ilan. Mayaman na, nagpapayaman pa ng todo-todo. Kasama rin dyan yung nagmamalaki na may mga malalaking tao na sinasabi sikat sila at hindi sila dapat pakialaman. We will not tolerate that. Please inform your Secretary of Transportation that we will go all out and leave no stone unturned to stop this. LTO is not exactly a beautiful area right now. Meron pa kayong bago. Yung ginagawa nyo na bagong motor vehicle inspection system or center na binago na naman nyo. Nagagalit ang tao dahil una, pinacheck nyo yung engine emission. Ngayon, nagpagawa kayo ng malalaking sistema na bawat sasakyan, sisingilin nyo na magkano? 1.8. Nagsusumbong na naman yung mga tao. Nagsusumbong kay Senator Poe. Do you think we're stupid here? Do you think we're blind and deaf to the people? Mr. Secretary, do you have an answer?
Yes, Your Honor, we are aware po of the certain issues po with the MBIS, and we will attend po the hearing set by the Committee of Senator Grace po next week.
That's good, because I'll be there as well. But we will also conduct another Blue Ribbon hearing. And we will go all out to make sure that we ferret out all the shenanigans that's going on out there, the foolish people there, even the business who are performing unethical acts. This is a case which involves the masa. Yung masang Pilipino na gusto lang umabante. You wouldn't even think yung kita nila ay masasaktan ka. Sila yung maliit na kita mahalaga sa kanila tapos titirahin ng 36%. Wala pang security. Babawiin yung motorsiklo pag hindi nakabayad. At kailangan pa singilin ng insurance. Hindi nyo pinoproteksyonan yan. Nakalagay sa Constitution yan. We must protect the people. You took an oath like me. Di ba? Maintenance of peace and order, protection of the life, liberty, and property. 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 2, Section 5. Have you forgotten your Constitution, sir?
No, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Well, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at the system. I know you're trying to do your job, but do it well. Stand fast. Have a brave heart. Make sure you protect the people.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that too corny for you?
Hindi po, Your Honor, Mr.
Where
Chair.
did you graduate?
San Beda College of Law, Mr. Chair.
Wow, San Beda. All my staff here are San Beda people. And they know how hard I work. That's why we leave no stone unturned. It's a great school. But of course, UP is a little better. Tawa-tawa ka dyan. Magalit sa akin yung mga kasama ko sa Ateneo. It doesn't matter what school you attended. It is your heart that matters. When you die, God will measure the size of your heart for the people, not the size of your brain.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for that, Your Honor.
Thank you. So pray a little. Pray for wisdom all the time and pray to do the right thing all the time. You may not be able to do the right thing, but sometimes we try as hard as we can, so we do most of the things right. And if we fail, we suffer penance for it. And if we're at fault, we own up to it. I can't see LTO owning up to all this. Can you imagine? April, natapos yung batas. March 19, hindi ako nagmakamali. March 8, 2019. Oh, pakinggan mo ako, Panyero. March 8, 2019, approved RA 11235. March 14, it was published. March 29, effectivity, pinublish sa Official Gazette, March 29, 2019. June 27, 2019, date when IRR was completed. Must have been completed. Dapat na-complete ang June 27, 2019. In-extend ninyo. Ginawang May 11, 2020, actual completion. With plates not in conformity with the law must renew the registration and apply for the required readable number plates pursuant to Section 19 of RA 11235. Do you know we put that in the law na dapat pag ikaw ay nagparehistro within 5 days, namili ka ng motorsiklo para maproteksyonan ng tao, may proteksyon na sila. Meron na kagad ibibigay sa kanilang certificate of registration at saka plaka. Do you know that? Be honest. Is this the first time you're knowing it?
No, Your Honor. I read the law, Your Honor. We are.
If you read the law, then you must enforce it. You're
Yes,
legal,
Your Honor.
right? You're the legal officer?
No, Your Honor. I am the Assistant Secretary for Road Transport. The Undersecretary for Legal is Yusek Quiebra po. He's also in this call, Your Honor.
Is he there?
I'm here, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. Oh, what do you say?
Tama po kayo, Mr. Chair. Klaro po yung batas with respect to the effectivity and implementation. And we understand yung points po rin yan. We apologize po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. This is big enough. I don't need an apology. I just need a sincere heart to say this is not going to happen. We're going to push this through too. We'll report to Secretary Tugade and we will kick ass.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Fully agreed po.
Kick all these people who are not doing their job, who are corrupt, who are sucking the blood of our people. There can be no excuse for that. Tapos, December 31, 2019, deadline to produce, release, and issue the motorcycle plates. Wala pa rin. Transitory provision nakalagay. LTO is given until December 31, 2019. Today is already 2021. Anong date ngayon? February 5. My gosh. Ano yan? We're taking our time? Do you think the Senate is a window dressing? Nagagawa kami ng batas tapos hindi nyo implement? The main thing wrong with our country is that we do not enforce the law. That's why all of us take an oath to enforce the law. And we have not enforced the law. December 31, Secretary Galvante, anong date ngayon? 2021 na. Violation na yan. Diyan lang, pwede na kayong kasuhan. June 18 to 19, 2020. Oh, kunyari may plant shutdown for disinfection, June 24, 26, plant shutdown due to COVID. Pero umaandar pa rin yan. June 29, 2020, nag-umpisa kayo mag-produce ng motorsiklo, license plates, July 1 to 3. Kunyari, plant shutdown na naman. Pero kahit na nagsha-shutdown yan, umaandar ang makina, meron kayong mapuproduce kahit na konti. Tama ba yan, Undersecretary?
Ito ang ginagawa natin, Honor.
Terrible. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to keep you. We will conduct another hearing on the matter. And the next hearing will be on February 18, 11 a.m. And we will ask you, we will subpoena records. And we will make sure that the people concerned who don't do their jobs, we're going to bring the axe down on them from the Senate side. Be forewarned. We thank everybody. We're doing this also for the police. I thank General Elazar for his very good answers. But I also make the plea that never mind if we don't know who these people are, there must be every effort to try and apprehend those who kill people. May I have your cooperation on that, General Elazar? I know you to be a good officer.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we will, sir.
In fact, I think you should be Chief PNP. And I think you should have 2 years. All Chief PNP should have 2 years. Not only 1 year or not only 6 months. Para may policy na talagang tuloy-tuloy. And General of the HPG, I'm glad that you have new motorcycles. And please, General Tagun, and I'm sure you can completely do your job well. I'm of the belief that you can do it if you want to. Kung gusto, maraming paraan. Kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. All of you are invited to the next meeting, including Secretary Tugade. And forgive me, my passion is irrepressible. You all have to love this country and we have to win. And we have to start winning. Kung natatalo tayo sa pandemic, mananalo tayo dyan. Kung natatalo tayo dito sa LTO, marami namamatay, mananalo tayo dyan. Depende sa inyong lahat yan. Kung di nyo gagawin yan, talo tayo. Kung di nyo kayang gawin, umalis na kayo sa gobyerno. Because that's what we're here for. All right? Thank you all very much. And as Father Gordon, ego te absolvo applicatis tuis in nomine Patri et Spiritus Santo. Amen. God bless you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Thank you. Suspended until February 18 at 11 a.m. Session is suspended.